And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, MFers. Here is the banner. It's been a long time since I've used any music. Maybe we'll do some music in the near future. But for now, we're right back into it, right back into the thick of things after being away for too long. Nate, tonight, I didn't know this. You didn't tell me. Tonight is WrestlePalooza?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that shit. So here's the problem. They said as long as you have a cable provider, you can use it, right? They wasn't specific on cable providers. They so basically like I have YouTube TV. So because I have YouTube TV, I can't access the ESPN Unlimited. So
What?
you have to have an actual cable provider like Spectrum, Verizon, Fubo TV, something like that. I am not paying an extra $30 to watch fucking wrestling. I'm
Are you
already
serious?
paying. I'm already paying $20 a month for Netflix. I just canceled Peacock because their PLE is no longer going to be on Peacock, so I just canceled that shit. I'm not paying an extra $35 for ESPN when I get ESPN for free. I'm not paying for fucking ESPN. It's just not $30. $30 a month for
Yeah.
ESPN? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not paying. I'm not paying that bullshit.
You said that's on top of you're already doing YouTube TV?
Yeah, that's on top. So you talking about 35? It's like $30 a month on top of the YouTube TV, Netflix. What else do I have? Hulu, and a whole bunch. I'm not fit. No, fuck no. And it's just ESPN, and it's ESPN. Like I don't care. Like no, I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my time. Nor am I wasting my money.
Well, so far, reads here WWE WrestlePalooza live updates and results. Lesnar dominates Cena. The Vision see victory. Who's the Vision? Is this the Vision right here?
Yes,
Okay.
but
Well,
yeah,
that's a big man that just went
yeah,
off the turnbuckle like that.
very big man. But yeah, I'm extremely frustrated, but I've come to terms with it now that I will not be wasting my money on this shit because ever since they got with TKO, this shit is they have been screwing the fans over like royally.
WWE in general, you mean?
Yeah. So this year, New Orleans was supposed to have WrestleMania, but somehow I guess Vegas outbid them. WrestleMania was in Vegas last year, so now WrestleMania is back in Vegas this year, and now next year WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Oh shit.
Exactly. And more than likely, they're basically because how TKO does things, they go on bids. So more than likely, because the other smaller cities, not necessarily smaller cities, but cities states like California, New York, Texas, they're not gonna be able to bid with Vegas and Saudi Arabia. They got money. Saudi Arabia got money out the ass, so they can just cough up money. So basically, a lot of people are believing that WrestleMania is going to be either in Vegas or in Saudi Arabia, and basically, you're pricing out your American viewers.
Yeah, I mean, look, I there's something about that Tekken feel to it, like having an oil rig in the background and like the desert sand and stuff. That's actually kind of cool to me. But you can do that in Nevada. Like you don't have to do that over in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So
You can do that
basically,
in Texas.
if this year you're talking about you're gonna have to. It's already expensive to go to WrestleMania in
Yeah,
general,
right.
but you're talking about having to now fly to Saudi Arabia and pay for the tickets. You're talking about plane tickets, hotels, the actual tickets to the venue. It's a two night, so it's a 2 night thing. So it's not just one night. So you're gonna have to go for 2 nights. So you're buying. Listen, them tickets are already expensive as shit, and TKO. Ever since they got with TKO, it's been a problem.
And I'm pretty sure I heard a comedian talking about this. I think it was Dan Soder. He was like, "So what's going to happen with the divas over there? They're just going to have to like wear burqas in the ring, you know?"
Basically, yeah. So basically, they have a specific pay-per-view that's in Saudi Arabia, and basically the women, they have to be covered up. Basically, so basically, this what they wear here they can't wear there, so they have to wear. Basically, they got to create new costumes. So basically, everything up to the wrist has to be covered, and everything up to the neck has to be. So and they're not. I can tell you, a lot of the women are not too happy about it just because of that situation.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I understand. There's no government, you know, on this earth. There's no one particular country that has its hands totally clean in the history of time, right? But it just feels like with all this, you know, live golf and now with this wrestling thing, and I think there's other things Saudi Arabia's been. It's just, do we not remember? I mean, 9/11, literally the anniversary was what, 9 days ago. I mean, 11 of those 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia, right? Osama bin Laden was from Saudi Arabia. Like, I just, there's a principle to me about not dealing with the guys who did 9/11. I don't know, that's just kind of like a place where
All money ain't good money, but ever since TKO has got involved with WWE, a lot of things like I think initially for WrestlePalooza, a lot of the most expensive ticket was like 5,500. And that's just for a regular, like that's the price of a WrestleMania ticket.
Yeah.
So, but I guess since then the prices have since dropped. But I mean, I get it, but at the same time, they're now looking at money rather than thinking about fans. That's the one thing Vince had right, is he cared more about the fans as far as like them making things affordable.
Yep.
Rather than being a money grab. But now that he's not, it's just like all they see is money. So
yeah, I mean, there's something about having a lady poop on you, I guess, where it's like, I have everything. I don't need the tickets to be what they were. But now Triple H is there, and he doesn't have that same experience.
Yeah.
But let's read a little bit of this here. In the first match of the night, 17-time world champion John Cena, who was in the midst of a year-long retirement tour, was neutralized by his rival and 10-time WWE world champion and former UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar. In the next match, up-and-coming tag team The Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, overcame the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, with a little help from guest referee LA Knight. Who's this written by here? ESPN staff. Okay. A credit to everyone involved. A new women's world champion was crowded at WrestlePalooza too. I think that's supposed to be crowned.
It's supposed to be crowned. It's supposed to be crowned. I don't think crowded was the correct word. Yeah. The crown was supposed to definitely be there.
These big companies cut their editing teams. That's what you get. A new women's world champion was crowned at WrestlePalooza 2. Is it Io Sky?
Yes.
Io Sky was the heavy favorite going into the match with Stephanie Vacour for the title. Naomi vacated when she announced her pregnancy. Ooh, last month. Okay, hot. That's hot stuff. After a back-and-forth affair, Vacour went for Sky's knee, and Sky was never able to fully recover. Eventually, Vacour got the pin, and for the first title of her WWE career. 3-time Divas champion AJ Lee made her return to WWE after over a decade, away in a mixed tag team event with her husband, 6-time world champion CM Punk. The couple took on world heavyweight title holder Seth Rollins and his wife, women's intercontinental champion Becky Lynch. Are they really married?
Yes. Everybody that you just mentioned are actually really married.
In a wild match. For a while, it seemed like Lee might never see the ring, as bitter rivals Punk and Rollins seemed resigned to duke it out amongst themselves. Once Lee was tagged in, though, the party really started. Finishers, submission attempts, announcers' tables. The couples threw everything they had at each other until Lee was able to lock Lynch into her Black Widow finisher for the submission. Undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes closes the show against his former The Dashing Ones tag teammate, Drew McIntyre, who was one of 5 superstars to pin Rhodes since he returned to WWE in 2022. Andrew Hale is here to break down all the action at WWE Palooza. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, so that pretty much was tonight. So unfortunately, I probably will never get to see another PLE, but it is what it is. ESPN is shit. I don't like ESPN.
In other news, not necessarily mine, but hometown for me, basically. Syracuse Orange took down Dabo Sweeney, and the Clemson Tigers whipped their asses in their own homes today. It was just a sight to see, as Syracuse could not be stopped. The run game was just 5-6 yards at a time, and then when it came to the offense, Dabo and Cade Klubnik just had no answers, nothing to do.
They dominated. They dominated from beginning to end. Like I think what saved them, I think this game could have been an even bigger blowout, but what saved them was the defensive stop they got after the surprise onside kick. Because they were just rolling at that point. They went down, scored, made it 7-0. This here was a lot of people believe it was controversial.
Controversial?
But I don't believe it was. So what's in question is they saying that did he have control before his shoulder hit?
Oh, that thing showed up. That's not even what the hell.
So basically, like right here, so here, see where his shoulder's at there?
Hey,
that shit's gonna keep popping up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I see the ball's kind of right here.
The ball's here, so the ball moves around a lot until he hits the ground.
All right.
So it's gonna move around. It's gonna juggle a lot. Like he's gonna.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So like,
I see what you mean.
Like once they slow it down, like he gets control right as his shoulder hits out of bounds. So it's the referees. It stood. It touched down. It stood. So you can cry and complain and piss and moan if you're a Clemson fan or you're a Clemson player. They played like shit from beginning to end. Offense, defense, special teams. They played like absolute shit from beginning.
So this from Heather Dinich on ESPN.com. Clemson's Dabo Sweeney said he felt, quote, a pain that's hard to describe, unquote, following his team's 34-21 home loss to Syracuse on Saturday, which dropped the Tigers to 1-3, his worst start as the Tigers head coach. Quote, this is a bad feeling. Terrible. Unquote. Sweeney said, this is what we do. This is our passion. We work incredibly hard to get results that we want to get. And when we don't get what we get, when we don't get them, it's a pain that's hard to describe. But it comes with the territory. So we got to flush it. That's all we can do. There's no hope for a better yesterday.
That's a stupid fucking comment. That is a stupid thing to say. And what's crazy is, so Syracuse loses their quarterback before half. I think it's after halftime. So I think after the long ass rain delay, and so their starting quarterback goes out. So you would think at that point, I think the game was still within reach for Clemson. So after that, the backup comes in, throws a touchdown, and pushes the game out of reach. And at that point, it was a done deal. The defense, the secondary, shit. The front seven did their job. That secondary for Clemson is garbage, straight garbage.
The Swiss cheese, huh?
Swiss cheese wasn't the word. At this point, the cheese is melted. Okay. Like this shit, they were just running through. There was
Velveeta back there.
They were able to do whatever they wanted to that secondary, and it was embarrassing. And Clemson just after the touchdown and the recovered onside kick, they never recovered. They could never recover from that. And it was that. And then the rain delay probably didn't help either. They look awful. They're gonna be the Florida State of this year.
Let's take a quick glance. I think the other college games. I think Miami's playing Florida right now.
Last time I saw it was 13-0 Miami.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep, 13-7 up here.
13-7.
fourth quarter. We got Missouri 26-20 over South Carolina. Missouri has the ball with 1:50 left to go. Let's see. Let's go to this Miami Florida game here. 14.
Oh, we're in the fourth. Oh man, I thought this was gonna be a runaway.
Oh, your boy Carson Beck's got 128 yards so far.
In a pick, which is about right. DJ Lagway, man. DJ Lagway is a disappointment.
Let's see this Carson Beck interception right here.
He's a massive.
Beck steps up, throws, and oh, nice. That was
instead of just running it. Just run the foot. You had the opening. Just fucking run. This is shit he would do at Georgia. Like he would just force shit. Like use your goddamn legs. Like if it opens up and you can get a couple yards, it's 1st and 10. So go back. I want to make sure it was 1st and 10 when he threw this dumbass interception.
Yeah.
What was the down before he threw it? So 1st and 10. So play it. Let me see. So he steps up. He could have got 5 yards. He easily could have got 5 yards instead of doing this dumbass interception.
Or you got or
you got this check down. This is the issue we had when he was with Georgia. And then everybody was like, he comes into this season and they beat Notre Dame and they beat USF and they're like, oh my God, he found a love of football. No, he didn't. Just wait till he actually plays a real fucking team, because the last time he played Florida, he threw 3 goddamn interceptions and almost cost us the game. So just you wait. Wait till the teams actually get hard. Notre Dame's garbage. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Just you wait till he starts playing real competition. You're going to see the true Carson Beck.
And it seems like, okay, he was trying to make a play, yada, yada, yada. But, these are the plays that when you're up, you just, when you're one of the best quarterbacks in the country, you just can't make those plays.
You can't. You have to be able to see the field. You have to understand.
Yeah.
When and this is what Nick Saban said. This is what Nick Saban said on the show this morning. He said how we would play Carson Beck was we had to make him move his feet. We had to get him off his spot. We had to make him move his feet. As you just saw here, Florida made him move his feet. Florida made him get off his spot and make him uncomfortable. What does he do? He forces a throw and it's intercepted.
Yeah.
Everybody was so hyped, and he even did a dumbass interview with what's that dude's name that's on the Good Morning Football, not Good Morning Football, the Game Day. He's the black guy. He used to play. He was a cornerback. I can't think his name, but he did a sit-down interview with him, and they made it seem like he lost the love of fucking football when he was at Georgia. No, bitch, you sucked. There's a difference. And then you get hurt in the SEC championship game, and Gunnar Stockton had to carry us. You bastard. Trying to get that bullshit. And then his first game of the season, he gets all emotional, talking about fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. These guys, they lose the passion and they get it right back as soon as they get money.
Trying to hear that shit.
Just like Nico, what's his face over at UCLA? The coach gets fired. Now he's probably going to transfer somewhere else.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's probably on his way up out of there, dumbass. Should have stayed at Florida. Yeah, Tennessee, you dickhead. This made me happy. But the problem I'm having is this. I want to know why it took him this long to do it. After this man made 5 straight field goals on Sunday night, Koo should have been on the first thing smoking. Okay, he should have been on the first thing smoking on Monday. Like there should have been no ifs, ands. He should have been on the first thing up out of there on Monday. That shit was heartbreaking to watch him kick that kick wide right. That shit was heartbreaking. I was like, you fucking dickhead. After Michael Penix has got us in position, you go and you missed a 44-yarder. You fucking dickhead. That's fine. That's why you're out now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
so for those of you who aren't actually watching and are just listening, we're talking about Younghoe Koo here, finally getting the can in Atlanta. This on NFL.com from Grant Gordon, GG. In the aftermath of Parker Romo's perfect performance on Sunday night, it was all but a given that Younghoe Koo's time in Atlanta has come to a close. That proved to be the case as the Falcons released Koo on Friday, 5 days after he was inactive and not in attendance for Atlanta's 22-6 win over the host Minnesota Vikings. Man, what a win. In turn, Romo, who coach Raheem Morris said earlier Friday morning will start this weekend against the Panthers, inked a 2-year deal to join the team's active roster. Per NFL Network insiders Tom Pelissero and Mike Garafolo, Atlanta announced signing Romo shortly after. Koo's farewell concludes a somewhat stunning couple of weeks, but the rumblings for such a move began last year, the worst of Koo's career.
This shit should have happened last year, but for whatever reason they wanted to ride with Koo for the rest of the year, and then we get stuck with this shit. But you know what? It's over. This happens. It happens to the best kickers. I mean, look what happened to Justin Tucker. Like he was one of the more accurate kickers for a very long time, and then he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. So,
oh man, I mean, it's unbelievable the way these guys stay in the game for so long, and then all of a sudden, like look at Matt Prater the other night for the Bills. Like, what was that? Like a 40-yard field goal? He completely missed to the left the first time he kicked the ball.
But, it happens. I mean, even with what's his name was he's what's the kicker for the Chiefs?
Bucker.
Yeah, he's even like he's missing those kicks now. Mm-hmm. So it's becoming is I guess with age it finally catches up.
Yeah, I remember when Mike Vanderjagt started to miss a lot of kicks toward the end, and then just Vinatieri even.
Just gotta call it. Sometimes you just gotta call it.
So let's round up some injuries here. Some big injuries going into this weekend. I mean, it's week 3, and we're talking a lot of backup quarterbacks already.
A lot of out. 5 starting backups this year with this. Yeah, 5 starting backups this week.
You've got Jaden Daniels is going to miss this weekend, so Mariota is going to play. You've got J.J. McCarthy is going to miss this weekend, so Carson Wentz is going to play. You got Justin Fields is going to miss this weekend, so Tyrod Taylor is going to play.
Joe Burrow's gone, so Jake Browning's going to play. Yeah. Who else is out?
Let's see. I know we're missing somebody.
There's somebody else that's out.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's out, so Mac Jones is going to be in there. Hey man, listen. A lot of people believe that Joe Burrow is going to be this generation's Andrew Luck.
Oh man, don't say that.
And look what happened. Look what's happened to him since he's been in the league.
It's unbelievable how much time that
is terrible.
What I saw some crazy stat actually. God, who was it that played more games? Yeah, it was like a guy you wouldn't have expected because he barely has played or whatever, has actually played more snaps than Joe. Like I wish I could have seen that, but
that's insanity. Joe Burrow okay. So you signed Jamar Chase, you signed T. Higgins. Cool. Those 2 pieces are very important for an offense. You draft a defensive end, and then you get into a contract dispute with him. And then you pay your 30-year-old defensive end, and you just completely forget the fact that you got to protect Joe Burrow. That makes a lot of fucking sense. I would have, if I'm the Bengals, I'd have drafted an offensive line in the first round. I'm not drafting Shamar Stewart. I'm sorry. I'm not taking him. I believe he would have probably been there in the later rounds. You have to protect Joe Burrow. Like, he is not going to survive his career if he keeps getting hurt. He's I think 1 year he had the wrist surgery. He tore his ACL and MCL.
Yeah.
And now he has this fucking turf toe. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, come on. Like, he's going to miss 3 months of the season. This season's 6 months. So he's missing half the season already.
Let's see here. Okay. Pull this up for us. Just found I found a timeline of his full injury history here. This is going to be fun.
And I'm sure they're all devastating injuries. It's not just like little. Geez.
It goes back to Ohio State even.
Damn.
So let's see. Hand wrist fracture, August 2017, Ohio State. Broken bone in his hand. Missed the start of the season. Oh, JT Barrett, there's a name. How about that? Let's see. Torn rib cartilage, January 2020, LSU.
So, Jesus. But he played that season though. So he
played through the pain, threw for 463 and 5 touchdowns. Wow. And a rushing score.
So his first season in the NFL, he tears his ACL, PCL, MCL, and meniscus all because of that bullshit offensive line that he had.
Holy shit, dude.
That makes a lot because of that bullshit offensive line. So he's only been in the league 5 years.
The season is over.
That bullshit offensive line. So he's only been in the league 5 years. He's not gonna make it to 10.
Let's see, underwent surgery, completing rehab by the verge of the 2021 season.
So he missed most of that season.
Dislocated finger 2021.
During a sack.
Oh, it didn't miss any time. And that was after the loss.
Right, but he still dislocated a finger during the sack. These injuries add up. Then he sprained his MCL.
February 2022.
Behind that bullshit offensive line. Because I know it wasn't running. So edge rusher Von Miller immediately began get the fuck out of it. It's fucking. And then we had a calf strain.
Yep, calf strain July 2023.
Oh, he's saying that in practice.
Did not miss any time. Okay.
This is building up to be. This is building up to be Andrew Luck all over again. Yep, there it is. Yeah,
I remember that. Yep, I remember that.
That'll do it. But it's a strained calf. That could happen anywhere. And then this is the surgery where he had to get his wrist surgery, and he missed the rest of the season. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, don't. Probably that happened because of that bullshit offensive line.
Yeah. So he had that wrist problem, and now turf toe, September 2025.
Behind that bullshit offensive line. You have to protect your quarterback, man.
That is not a good.
You have to protect your quarterback. Like, what do we like? I thought, like, like Cleveland, New York, Jacksonville. Those are like the franchises you would think would be making these types of mistakes, not fucking Cincinnati.
Oh, definitely Cincinnati.
But it's clear to me that Cincinnati is run by a bunch of monkeys because it's clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Whoa. Easy.
Like, I just don't get why are you not protecting this man? Like, what is it going to take? Because if he retires, your franchise is shit. Understand that. Your franchise, I don't care who you got, what receivers you got, what defense you got. If Joe Burrow decides to say, I can't do this anymore because of the injuries, I'm done. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to turn into the Indianapolis Colts. That's what's going to happen.
They probably, Jamar Chase is such a talent that they probably would have paid him anyway. But I'm not sure they would have paid T. Higgins without Joe Burrow.
No, fuck no.
Supposedly he was such a big influence on that, and he was such a huge. Let's be honest. He played at LSU with Jamar Chase. He was a big reason they drafted Jamar Chase. They wanted those two to play together. They wanted to their whole season. The reason they invested so much money into the offense this year and are so shitty on defense, they believe they could outscore every team this year because they have this trio.
That's not how it works.
Yep.
Because you have to be consistent in scoring. Right. You can't just come into the game and we're just gonna outscore everybody. The Chiefs had a couple seasons where they just outscored everybody. They put people in bad situations. Your team is not built for that. You have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's it. Your run game is not good. Chase Brown he's a good player, but he's not going to change. He's not going to keep the fucking other offense off the field if you got to give the ball to him.
Right.
It's not gonna work that way. I feel bad for Joe Burrow. I do. I really, really do. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to have to pull their heads out of their ass. Since all your bullshit is done, your goal, your main priority should be offensive line going into next season. At this
I
point,
mean,
because your season's over. Their season's over. Just let's be real. Jake Browning is not fit to carry your team to enough wins to make the playoffs. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. And but if Joe Burrow, you talking about 3 months, what it says 3 months from September, shit, the season's almost over at that point. By the time he comes back, they just go ahead and cook it. Just go ahead and call it a day.
Let's get into our first overreaction of the night, Nate. Is the Bengals season over?
Yes, it is 100%. That season's over. The defense is bad. The offense is not going to be great without Joe Burrow. Jake Brown is he's gonna force feed Jamar Chase. That's what he's being told to do. You give the ball to Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
But their season's over. There's no way they're gonna win enough games to make the playoffs.
Let's see. What's
the rest of their season looking like, schedule wise?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Because I definitely, because I know for a fact they're not beating Baltimore, not without Joe Burrow. You might get past Pittsburgh, but without Joe Burrow, I just don't see it. I'm not seeing that. Cleveland, you can beat Cleveland. Anybody can beat Cleveland. Cleveland is Cleveland. They're going to find ways to Cleveland.
Yes.
Their seasons for sure. Their seasons
Okay,
for sure.
So week 1 they beat Cleveland.
They're
2-0.
The only reason they beat Jacksonville is because whatever the head coach in Jacksonville name is a fucking moron. You're a fucking dickhead. Just kick the field goal, dude. And then your defense get back on the field and they couldn't stop a goddamn cold.
Yeah, that's surprising. I did not expect them to be 2-0.
Kick the fucking field goal. But look, that's 2 easy teams. Let's go to the rest of the schedule. Who they got this week? They have
now they gotta go at Carson Wentz and the Minnesota Vikings.
So it's Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning. But
they may be 3-0.
Minnesota's defense is I would say Minnesota's defense better. They're not. They're not. This is a tough. They could actually be 3-0. They could actually be 3-0.
They could. It's going to be a tough. It's at Minnesota, so that could be tough.
Moving on. We're going to give them that game.
They're not winning that game.
They're not winning that game. Not with that. No. They're not winning that game.
2 tough road games right there.
Yeah, that's a real tough game. No. A healthy Detroit team? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That's not going to happen. The offensive line is shit. Man. Oh my God, it gets worse.
It
just gets worse. So Minnesota, Denver, Detroit, then Green Bay.
Damn,
dude. So they're at Green Bay. So they at Minnesota, at Denver, at home against Detroit, at Green Bay. No.
Let's see who's next.
No. And then you got Pittsburgh. So
okay.
And it's a short week. It's a Thursday night game.
Oh yeah.
So it's an even short week. So you gotta nah. So no. They can beat the Jets.
They can beat the Jets.
They can beat the Jets for sure.
At home.
Yeah, they can beat the Jets.
And
then it gets a little easier. So you can beat the Bears and you can beat the Jets at home.
Okay.
You have to bye week. That gives you enough time to heal whatever ailments you have, and then you go to Pittsburgh. And New England's been could be a sneaky game.
Yeah, for sure.
New England could be a sneaky game.
Yeah.
They're not beating Baltimore.
No.
Not at Baltimore. You're not beating Buffalo. Uh-huh. No. That's a hard stretch right there. Baltimore, Buffalo, and then Baltimore again. You can beat them.
You can beat Miami.
You can beat the Cardinals too.
Yeah. And then, okay.
Depending on if they limp into the week. So you're talking probably 4-5 and 12.
Yeah, I still don't see a playoff run in there.
6-11, maybe 6-11, but I don't. Their seasons, unless Jake Browning comes out and he fucking been paying attention to what Joe Burrow does, I don't. I mean, he threw three picks when he came into the game against Jacksonville. So he threw 3 picks.
Yikes!
So there's no, your season's over. This is for sure not an overreaction. This is the truth. Your season, Cincinnati singles, their season cooked.
Let's get into the next potential overreaction here. Josh Allen will win MVP again and lead the Bills to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely not. No. Fuck no. Absolutely not. No.
This is an overreaction.
This is an overreaction because they're going to find a way. They always find a fucking way to somehow to lose to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Now, there's no guarantee that the Chiefs are going to make because they're 0-2 right now and they look really bad. But I have a feeling this boy here is going to find Josh Allen is going to find a way. They're going to find a way to lose. That's what they always do. So I believe this is an overreaction. Him winning the MVP, I can see that because when you don't have talent on your offense outside of James Cook,
right,
you become the most valuable player. So I can see him, but to the Super Bowl, no.
I guess the top three.
You got to get past that man first. I mean, I don't see them choking a game away like that again.
How about Jordan Love as the third favorite right now for MVP?
I mean, Jordan, dude, the Green Bay looks good.
You know who I like for MVP?
Who?
Justin Herbert. He looks real good.
I agree. I will give you that because he has weapons now, and Quentin Johnston learned how to catch the fucking ball. You believe that? Can you believe that I actually picked him up in fantasy because he learned how to catch the fucking ball?
I can't believe it.
Like he's not just catching easy stuff. He's catching contested ball. Like he's catching like the difficult stuff. So I'm like, okay, you've been working on your hands in the offseason. I see you've been putting in that work.
And like you said, not just like a yard away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching down the field stuff.
Yeah, he's catching down like the stuff that he was dropping when he first like everything like easy stuff. Like he's like it's becoming a high percentage in catches for him. So I'm like, okay. And then Keenan Allen's still doing his thing. So I think depending on how this season play out, if they can get their run game, got to help. They got to get their run game together.
Yeah.
If they can get the run game together, then but again, you got Najee Harris and he's thumbs down as a running back. So
well, I don't necessarily love the way that Jim Harbaugh left Michigan with all the skeletons and the next coach had to
do what was happening. That's why he got the fuck up out of there. He knew what was happening. He was like, I'm gone. I'm not going to be here for nothing. I'm not about to be suspended. Fuck that.
Well, I'll say this. That man can coach football. I mean, he goes to a place and immediately turns it around. It's crazy.
Hey, man, that's you fix Justin Herbert. You put him in a position to win. You make the play calling simple. And you get him weapons, and then that's it. If they can at some point figure out the run game, they're gonna be a problem for that AFC division, for that division specifically.
So just to be clear on this one, you said winning MVP again, not overreaction. Going to the Super Bowl, overreaction.
Big overreaction because they're gonna find a way to fuck it up. They always do.
My next potential overreaction. AJ Brown is cooked.
Hey, listen, we gotta have a real. And I know you're an Eagles fan. I know you are. You and I both have to have a real conversation about Jalen Hurts. Okay. You can't win like. The fact that you can win a game and throw under 150 yards is wild to me. In the NFL,
under 100 for a while
is wild to me.
Yeah.
And the fact that your playmakers are not getting the ball is and I think the problem is Saquon. That's the problem. Saquon is the problem.
The solution.
Huh?
I said the problem or the solution?
It's the problem. Saquon is the problem, and the reason I say he's the problem, it's not a problem in a bad way, but it's more of the offense is now centered around him because I don't think they trust Jalen Hurts to throw the ball as much as he should. You're an NFL quarterback. Like you should be averaging 250 to 300 yards. That should be easy. That should be a light day in like 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns a game. I believe that, but he's not even coming close to that. And they put all the pressure on Saquon because what happens if Saquon goes down? Now you got to figure out a way to how to throw the fucking ball.
Yeah,
like you're going to figure it out. AJ Brown has had his first week he had 1 catch, and then this past week he had 3 catches. Like,
let's see here. Yeah, it says it in this article. I know what's it say? Brown has been invisible so far. 6 catches for 35 yards in 2 weeks. So
Jesus Christ! So he had 1 catch week 1 and 5 catches week 2. This is not.
I think he had 8 targets last week.
There's no way that works this way. You have to. Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball because at some point they're gonna start putting 8 in the box. And Saquon is going to start seeing the shit Derrick Henry see, and it's going to be a problem. Like if I'm a defensive coordinator going into the Eagles game, I'm going to force Jalen Hurts to throw me the. You're going to throw the ball. You're going to have to throw the ball against us. I'm not about to let Saquon just run the ball all freely. I'm not doing that. We're going to put 8, 9 in a box, and he's going to see that stack box until Jalen Hurts figures it out, because that shit is at this point, this wouldn't be an overreaction. This would be truth, because if this pattern continues, it's going to be a long season for AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert too. All the pass catchers in Philly right now, it's going to be a problem for him.
But the way you made your argument though was more like, it wasn't that AJ Brown is cooked. It's just that Jalen Hurts isn't the passer that,
Right, and that's what would make him. That's why I would agree with this, because if Jalen Hurts can't figure it out as far as like throwing the ball accurately and consistently, then yeah, he's pretty much cooked. If you have him in fantasy, you might have to go ahead and release him. Just drop him at this point, because their season. I mean,
that's a little harsh.
Who do they play this week? Who do y'all play this week?
The Rams.
How do you think that game's gonna play out for AJ? For any pass catcher as of right now in Philly?
I think they're gonna have to be good, because the Rams are gonna score some points, so they're gonna have to throw the ball.
Exactly, and the Rams' defense is not shit. They have a really good defense. Their pass rush is really good. So they're gonna have to figure it out, and you're not gonna be able to just run Saquon the entire game. Like, you're gonna have to throw the ball to these guys, and AJ Brown is going to be. He's going to have to be the center of the offense. Like, you're going to have to draw plays up from, figure it out. But I think they're just so comfortable with the way things are and how y'all won last year. They just like, well, it worked last year, so let's keep it going. This is the NFL. This isn't college, sir. Like, they figure shit out. This ain't college.
I mean, it amazes me sometimes. It truly amazes me sometimes how short people's memory are. Like, yes, the Eagles did win with Saquon running for 2,000 yards, but when they needed to, and there were plenty of games that they needed to, Nick, are you worried about your job? Oh, AJ and Jalen can't do this in the passing game. And they would come out the next game, AJ Brown, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 7 catches for like, it's just what they do. Sometimes they overcorrect. I guarantee this is going to be one of those games. AJ will have 100 yards. Devontae will have a bunch of catches. Dallas Goedert will have a bunch of catches, and they'll win the game. And then the next week, they'll go right back to Jalen will probably throw the ball 10 times, and Saquon will have 200 yards. Like, this team can win anyway. They're like Rush. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
I can't agree. Last year, I could agree with that. I can't agree with that this year
All night,
for the
all night.
just for the simple fact that this is the NFL, and people are going to figure out ways to make it difficult for Saquon to run the ball. The Chiefs did it in the Super Bowl, and Jalen figured it out. He had to throw the ball, but that was against a bad Chiefs defense. Like this Rams defense is not bad. Like they have a pretty decent secondary. Their front seven is not bad at all. So they're gonna have to figure out something. And you won't win games if AJ Brown is finishing with 5 catches for 30 yards. It's not gonna work that way. It's just not.
Don't you think part of it too, though?
But you also gotta remember, just like you said last year, they figured it out, but that was because your defense helped them out. Your defense is a little iffy this year. Because let's.
I mean, a little bit, but the defense is. I mean, they just shut down Chiefs pretty well, I thought. But,
yeah, they gave up 17 points still. If Travis Kelce should have retired 2 years ago. Let's fucking be honest. But if Travis Kelce doesn't drop that pass that leads into an interception, y'all might actually lose that game.
Fair.
So
I mean, if Jalen Carter didn't spit on Dak Prescott,
that game could have been exactly. But all I'm saying is Jalen Hurts has to become a consistent passer. And this back and forth shit where
that's just not going to happen. I'm sorry to let you know that's since college. That's literally why he was benched, and Tua Tagovailoa is a national name, is because Jalen Hurts is not a consistent passer.
He's gonna have to figure it out because you can't. Like the league doesn't work. This isn't college where you can 1 week have 400 passing yards, the next week you have fucking 100 passing yards, and you're running. It's not gonna work that way. Like you're gonna have to figure it out. Like
my man fell to the second round for a reason, my sir. He's just not that guy. He wins games. He's just not going to give you.
Like I would say the same thing because even with the Falcons, what we did against the Vikings, we ran for 168 yards, and Michael Penix threw for fucking 100 yards. I think he had like 100 and some yards. And did he throw a touchdown? No, he didn't. He didn't throw any touchdowns against that Vikings defense. The only touchdown came was from Tyler Algier. Like that's not going to work. Like you're gonna have to find a balance. But as far as your comment goes, yeah, AJ Brown's gonna be cooked.
And maybe I could be wrong here because Michael Penix is still very young in his career so far. But when I watch Michael Penix, I see a guy who scans the field and goes through his progressions a bit faster than Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely, 100%. He definitely does that. So there are parts of the game where I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he would just throw the ball into the dirt. Like, what the fuck were you looking at? There were a couple plays where he just forgot what the fuck he was looking at and just threw the ball into the dirt. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you looking at? So he's young, so he still has time. But I as far as this goes, AJ Brown, I'm gonna say this is not an overreaction. Because
now, would you
back-to-back weeks where he was under 50 yards. So
I saw this trade proposal from the Fantasy Footballers page. Would you trade if you had AJ Brown? Would you try to trade him for Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because at least he's going to get targets.
Yeah.
And it's going to be consistent targets. It's not going to be shit. His first target in week 1 came what? In the fourth quarter? Was it the fourth quarter? It was late in the game. Very, very late in the game when he got his first target. So you don't want to have a guy like that sitting on your bench or sitting in your starting lineup and costing you your weekly matchups. So yeah, I would take that. I would take Emeka Egbuka. Because he had two touchdowns in week 1. He had a touchdown in week 2, and he's only going to get better, especially with Chris Godwin out. He's only going to get better.
And you would do that straight up, or would you try to get something with Ibuka?
Straight up. At this point, straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you could take AJ Brown. Like I told, the people, because I'm a commissioner in one of my league, I told everybody, I said, listen, and because Tyreek was in one of the, he was in control of, he was in one of the guys' rosters that quit. I was like, if you want Tyreek, you can trade a kicker for him for all I give a fuck. Because as long as Tua is his quarterback, he ain't gonna have shit. And he gave me 13 points in our league, and I'm like, that was luck.
Right.
To be honest, because I don't see their seasons. Now their season's definitely over.
Well, let me tell you, Nate. Sometimes you just really set me up. It's why you're the best co-host, literally on the planet. So my next overreaction.
Ooh.
Mike McDaniels will be fired by the Dolphins bye on week 12.
By week 12? You giving him that much grace? Shit. I say week 5. There's no fucking listen. You got smoked, okay? By the Colts in week 1. You somehow blew it against the Patriots in week 2. So the Patriots, like, you've given up almost 30 points per game since the season started. If he makes it to week 12, I'd be shocked. I don't see him making it to week 5. I don't see him making it past week 5, especially if they continue to lose. I don't see him making it to week 5.
He has the highest odds of being the first coach fired, according to bookies.com.
40% is low. 40% is low. I would give him about 55 to 60 because he's for sure. Like, there's no way that organization is looking at this situation and be like, that's our guy. He's been there, what, 4 years now?
I think so.
4 years? And they've been shit ever since. They've done
right? At least two. At least two,
what, 2 years?
Seasons, yeah.
Yeah, he's been there for a while, and they've done nothing. I mean, hell, did they make the playoffs one year?
I think it was like a wild card.
Yeah, it was a wild card because they played in the Chiefs because they were talking about rescheduling because it's supposed to be the coldest game, and you get your ass handed to you. And Tua, this is his new name. Tua turned the ball over. I love that name. That name is amazing, and that's what his name is going to be. As long as you got Tua as your quarterback, you're cooked. Your season's done. Like, there's nothing you can do. Tua can't read defenses. Mike McDaniels can't coach his way out of a fucking plastic bag.
Dude, that Bills game was so frustrating. The way, I mean, Tua, it's like defenders will come up to the line and he's not even like calling protections or calling hot routes or
it's like he plays Madden, because in Madden you can only do so much. So you can only do so much as far as audible goes. And I feel like that's what his brain is. It's like it's like, I don't know. He probably couldn't tell you what the Mike linebacker is. He probably couldn't tell you that. You probably could draw up a fucking play and tell him to point out the Mike backer, and he probably not be able to do that.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm pretty sure they got to delay a game. Yeah. When there's pressure, he's always like running backwards instead of climbing up the pocket.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. Tua is not. He's not the guy. I mean, you went and got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Like, you would think that this would be a really high-powered offense. The problem is you have a fucking quarterback that got Swiss brain for cheese. He got Swiss cheese in his brain. Like, his shit's been rattled a couple times. And I think it's time for him to go ahead and call it.
You know, and Dylan Gabriel hasn't played a snap, of regular season football in the NFL yet. But when I watched him, at Oregon, and when I watched early Tua, when Tua had confidence, he could, like, whether it was the RPO stuff at Alabama or what, but he would make quick decisions. And he wouldn't have to, like, try to chuck the ball downfield like he does with Tyreek and underthrow him by 10 yards. It's like he could get the ball out early. on a slant route or whatever, or an early go ball. And that's just not what he does anymore. He's having to improvise now, and he's not Josh Allen, and he can't make the throws that Josh Allen makes, and he's not climbing the pocket the way that Josh Allen does.
Nope.
And it's just, you can only throw so many swing passes to Devon A-Chain before he gets blown up and taken out of the
You got
game.
a big problem on your hands. Yeah. Again, but you got to think about it, man. His brain has been bounced off his skull a number of times. So I think there may be some real damage up there because there's just you're in the same fucking system. You've been in the same system for 2-3 years. How do you not know the offense? How do you not know how to call audibles? How do you not know how to set your team up for success? Like, you're the brain on the field.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to know how to do this thing. You should be able to put Tyree. And again, I think this is going to go back to Mike McDaniels and whoever the fuck the offensive coordinator is. Like, you have to figure out ways to set your quarterback up for success. Like, you have to. And when it's like, I feel like they're just like, hey, this is the play. Go ahead and figure it out with no backup plan. So it's going to be a long season for them.
Yeah.
And your defense is no better because they're giving up 30 points.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about Jalen and knocking him as a quarterback, and it's like Jalen can get away with a lot of things because he knows how to climb the pocket. Yep. He's actually athletic enough to run for, 10, 20, 30. Hell, he could run for a 60-yard touchdown if he needed to. So, and he actually, like, his arm isn't, he doesn't have a cannon, but I feel like it's better than Tua's. So.
But he knows how. But the thing is, and again, this is where I play devil's advocate. I believe it was. I mean, he had what? 3 severe concussions.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Where I think that might play a part into this what's going on with him, because the fact here's what. So after the Colts game, I don't know what made him get up in front of that podium and call his team out like that, but he gets up on the podium. He was like, I want to know how guys are spending their free time. I want to know how guys are reviewing video. Mitch, how are you watching film?
Oh, no.
That's what I want to know. How are you watching film?
He said that?
Yes, he said that. Like, how are you watching film? How are you watching? How are you figuring out how are you implementing next week's game plan? How are you doing that? Because from what we see, as soon as that ball is hiked, you're a deer in headlights. You have no fucking idea what to do with yourself. That pick 6 against the Patriots was awful.
And if he was talking about Tyreek, if he still got some personal thing with Tyreek for what he said and this and that, like, you got to let that go. Like,
bro. The Dolphins.
That man, as awful as his personal life is the only chance that the Dolphins have of making.
Him and Jalen Waddle, bro, are the only reason why they're actually somewhat relevant.
Yes. No, don't get me wrong. Waddle's plenty talented, but he's like, Waddle is paper mache. Like,
basically.
He played a small role in that game. He had a couple big first downs, but like Tyreek he threatens defenses. Like, he actually.
I would be terrible. Listen, Tyreek is going to see 2-3 guys every game. Every snap, every time he runs downfield, there's gonna be 3 people around. I'm not fit to let him just beat me. No, that's dumb. But the problem, but when you have that situation and you don't have a quarterback that can figure that shit out, bad things tend to happen to you. Yeah. But I don't think Mike McDaniels is gonna make it to week 12. If he makes it to week 12, that organization is dumb. I'm not fit to put my team. I'm not putting my team. No, what is it? We're in week 3 now. I got 9 more weeks of this shit. Fuck no. You got 2 more weeks, tops.
Well, let's just real quick. Let's check out their schedule. Like, we looked at the Bengals schedule. I took a glance at it earlier.
It's probably worse than what Cincinnati has.
That's my memory here.
Because I think they got to play I think they have to play the AFC East. So I think the AFC East is a part of their schedule this year, which doesn't make shit any better.
Well, no, they're in the AFC East, yeah.
Not the AFC East. I mean, the AFC West.
Wait, they
tied. Yeah, this is the preseason.
Oh, duh, Jesus Christ. Say.
So this is
Okay.
week 1.
Oh,
They got
shit.
smacked 33-8. So you've allowed 33 points in the last 2 games. You think he gonna make it to week 12? Nah, absolutely fucking not. So you've allowed. Wait, I'm sorry. I
They
missed.
just lost.
You've
Yep,
allowed
they just
30
lost.
points in the first 3 games of the season. Your ass is cooked.
So, home against the Jets.
that could go either way.
That could buy him a game.
That could easily go. That could easily go to the Jets' way. Easily.
At the Panthers.
That's damn. Those are 2 easy winnable games.
Yes,
those are very winnable games.
He might survive these next 2 games.
He may, but then we got this problem.
Oh.
There's no way they beat the Chargers. No
At
way.
the Browns.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go Browns. There's no. I don't.
Imagine they go on a 4-game win streak here.
Browns is such a shit organization, and they if they go on a 4-game win streak, that shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not happening. No. I'm not concerned about that game. There's not even. I'm not even remotely concerned about playing the Dolphins.
Imagine losing to Miami at home.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even call you that weekend. I would just let you be in your dark place.
Our defense, if our defense continues to play the way they played last Sunday, we're fine. We're gonna be all right. Then they got Baltimore.
Thursday.
They played Baltimore last year and got what? They gave up. They choked the game away because they were up big and Baltimore came back. And then they got Baltimore. So you got Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington.
Man. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it to week 12.
He might make it to week 12. He might make it to the bye week, and he might fire his ass during the bye week.
That's true. And then the interim coach has a nice little fresh start here.
Yeah, and then you got the Saints, Jets.
Then they go to Pittsburgh.
And then you got shit. Damn, Tampa.
Oh, I like how they did Tampa at the end here.
Yeah, then you got I mean, if you want to save your job, that stretch where you have Jets, Panthers, Chargers,
the Browns,
and then the Browns. That's if you're going to try to save your job, that's going to be the time to do it because week 12. If they're 0-5, he's fired.
Now let me ask you this: you're Mike McDaniels.
Mm-hmm.
Tua has another poor performance,
mm-hmm.
And you lose to the Jets at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you start Zach Wilson at Carolina?
You have to. Because you can't. Tua is not a guy who can throw himself out of a slump.
Right.
He's going to throw himself into a deeper one, and it's going to put you into a bad situation. So I think if at some point, if let's say the Jets game, he has a atrocious game.
Yeah.
You got to bench him. Like, you got to make the change because not all eyes are on you. And they're going to be like, hey, coach, what you going to do? Like, Tua's playing terrible. What do you do? Zach Wilson's no better than Tua is, but at least he may give us a chance to win the fucking game. At least he's a bit more mobile and his brain's not scrambled. So I would say so.
If you want to ask him to throw as far as he can, Tyree can run under it.
Yeah, if you want to save your job and you want to, at the very least, show the organization you're trying to make something happen, you have to figure it out because I'm not riding to it the rest of the season if he continues to be inconsistent, which he's shown to be.
Yeah. My next overreaction or true statement here. Let's see what you think.
Please be the one. Yes! I knew it was the one I was waiting for this one. I knew it. I was waiting for this one. I didn't have a way to segue into this because we talked about the Colts earlier when we started talking about Miami, but yes. Will they win the AFC South? Yes, I agree. Daniel Jones, I don't know who number 17 is. That's not the Daniel Jones from New York. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck this Daniel Jones is, but this ain't the Daniel Jones from New York. No. This is a new guy. Okay,
this is the new guy. This is like this is that movie, The New Guy, when the nerd moves to the new school and he's like,
This
From
is Indiana
Jason and shit.
Jones. This ain't Daniel Jones. This is Indiana Jones. I don't know who the fuck or where the fuck this guy came from, but Daniel Jones is showing New York that bitch, I wasn't the problem.
Oh man.
That's what he's showing them. He's showing I was not the problem. You bastards were the problem. Y'all were toxic. Y'all were the fucking problem. This man has gone on a Jesus, man.
He comes into town where they got the number 4 overall pick, just waiting to, blow up and regain his throne. And
he just was your backup
in there and whips his ass.
Whips his ass because he was supposed to. All he was supposed to be was a backup.
Man.
And now they're 2-0 for the first time since 2009.
And they have not punted at all in the first 2 games. The first time that's happened in NFL history.
You understand how difficult that is? To not have to punt in 2 games? So you smoke Miami in the first game. And then you go into you have to play a really, really game Denver defense. And you put 20, almost you put 30 on their fucking head. Yeah, this is a different Daniel Jones, sir. This is a very different Daniel Jones. And based off what I've seen, Cam Ward receivers, their hands are made of fucking stone, so they're not realistically a problem. Jacksonville is Jacksonville. They're gonna figure out a way to Jacksonville, and then you got who the fuck? And the Texans look awful.
Yeah,
they look. CJ Stroud looks terrible. This is his 3rd year, and he looks awful. He looks terrible.
People were worried that the offensive line was going to be a problem, and it is.
They have been great. They have been great.
You think the line's been good?
Huh?
You think the Texans line? Oh yeah, the Colts. Yeah.
Oh no, the Texans is ass. They're fronts. I watched that game on Monday, and I was like, "What the fuck?" CJ Stroud was like, every time he dropped back, there's a guy in his face.
Oh my god,
oh, this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with unless the only way this shit becomes false is if Daniel Jones somehow reverts back to Daniel Jones. But I don't see that happening.
He just totally pumpkins out like Sam Darnold did in the playoffs last year.
The way he's playing with a newfound confidence. Like he's throwing guys open, he's making accurate passes, he's running when he needs to run. Daniel Jones right now is a hot commodity in fucking fantasy right now.
Yes, he is.
He's a hot commodity right now.
He's a big deal.
And I agree. I don't see anybody if Daniel Jones continues the way he's playing and Justin what's his fucking name? The running back. Jonathan Taylor can stay healthy, they'll be fine. They're gonna be fine the rest of the season. They will be fine the rest of the season. Because realistically, you only have to win. And for this division, you realistically probably have to win 9 games to win it.
Right. Yeah.
10 to be on the safe side, but 9 games realistically to win this division. So I believe Daniel Jones I think they can win this AFC South for sure.
I think you're totally right. I mean, the other teams, like you said, are in total disarray. The Texans can't protect Stroud. The Jaguars can't get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. And I mean, the Titans they're rebuilding. Let's just say that.
Terrible.
So yeah, like this article says here, their odds are now at plus 125 to win the division, followed by the Jags at 190, the Texans at 310, and the Titans at plus 1700.
The Jags at 190 that's a little high for Jacksonville because
I think so.
I think they're so concerned with Travis Hunter that they're not actually putting this shit together on the field.
Right.
And they have to figure it out with Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He played more snaps on defense this year on this past week. And what are you going to do now? You're going to switch him back to offense and have him do full-time offense. And what are you going to go back? He's never going to find a rhythm as a receiver if that's the case. Like, I get it. Everybody, they wanted to make him special. But this is the league. This is the NFL. This ain't college. Like,
Right.
he has to play one or the other. Can you have special packages for him on defense? Absolutely. But I think he's better as a receiver. He's not good as a corner. Like, he's not good as a corner. He had a pretty decent pass breakup last week, but when you get roasted by fucking Jamar Chase for 130 something yards, just go the fuck back to offense. You're not.
And that's with Browning throwing the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And that was with Jay Browning throwing him the ball. Go back to offense, and we will find a place for you for defense. So I think at this point, Jacksonville is still trying to figure Jacksonville out, especially with the new head coach. Trevor Lawrence is not that guy. They paid highway robbery. They paid the wrong man. You shouldn't have paid him, but you paid him. So Trevor Lawrence is on his way out. And that the team in general, both sides of the ball is just ass.
It's an interesting team, right now, because Brian Thomas Jr. is having an awful season after he had such a good rookie season. And after everyone was ready to throw Travis Etienne in the fucking trash can, all of a sudden he has 2 great weeks back to back. So
yeah. And I think the whole Brian Thomas thing goes back to Travis Hunter, is that they're trying to force feed Travis Hunter his ball because he was he number 1 overall pick?
Well, I think you're right. I think it could be a distraction, but I think Brian Thomas Jr. has the most targets among any player right now over 2 weeks. So they're trying to give him the ball.
They need to figure this shit out though. Like,
yeah.
But at this junction right now in the season, it may change somewhere down the line, but I do believe that Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts will win that division.
All right. And
listen, I was like, in week 1, I was like, no, maybe this is just his coming out part. Maybe just like, hey, fuck you, this is what I really am. And then he did it week 2. I was like, we might have something here.
It is very Sam Darnold-esque of what he did with the Vikings last season. As all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, this guy, he is talented, isn't? That's why he was drafted so high. That's right.
Nah, it's he's finna show everybody that's watching that the Giants were the fucking problem. And if you watched anything that took place against the Cowboys and the Commanders, the Giants are the fucking problem.
Definitely.
They're the fucking problem.
Yeah.
All right, sure. They're already calling for Jackson Dart right now.
Oh, I hope so. I'm ready.
Yeah, they're already calling for Jackson Dart, even though Russ threw for almost 400. He threw for 450. Like, they're already calling for Jackson Dart at this point.
He literally couldn't have had like a better game, and it's like, where's the rookie?
But the thing is that I think that awful interception he threw in overtime.
Oh yeah, I guess he could have had a better game if there was one.
Just let the ball go. Just let it go. Or throw the bitch in the dirt. I didn't understand. Like, just if your mind's already made up, just fucking throw it.
It's like we talk about the kickers losing their mojo over time. I mean, Russ was a guy who just did not make mistakes early in his career. That's what made him so good. If he didn't see something, he would run and pick up 10 yards just about every time.
You don't have the legs no more. Yeah. A lot of people are saying Jameis needs to get traded to Cincinnati, and they say him and Jamar Chase break all kind of records.
Oh, how fun would that be, dude? Oh my god!
What you talking about? Jameis Winston throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins?
Oh my god!
Jameis Winston does not give a fuck. Okay, we know this from his 30-30 season. Jameis Winston will throw that ball. He will force feed Jamar Chase with 4 people around him. He don't give a shit. He's going to throw it and let God handle it. That's what he's going to do.
You're damn right. Oh man. I got one more reaction here. Is it an overreaction? Is it a true statement? We're only 2 weeks. We're going into week 3 here, Nate, and we have a team that's, talk about success. Talk about a potential dynasty that's just really in the gutter here.
I'm happy you brought this bullshit up. Before I address this, I want to address some more bullshit that these bastards did last week.
Okay.
These fuckers wore the team wore shirts that said free 4.
Oh, yeah.
Rasheed Rice, that motherfucker suspended for 6 games because he was doing 119 on a Texas highway and caused a fucking pileup.
Yep.
Okay? It wasn't like he did something, but no, he decided to risk his life and a whole bunch of innocent people's lives, and then the bastard walked away from the accident.
Yeah.
So for you, and then Andy Reid, as much respect I have for Andy Reid, his big fat ass got up there and defended the team for wearing the shirts. He was like, "It's fuck your team camaraderie." You know why he's suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows why he is suspended. This isn't it's not like, oh my God, we don't know why he's suspended. Bitch, he hurt people. That accident, people were hurt in that accident. And he got what he deserved. And for y'all to wear shirts to say free 4, y'all all y'all asses should get stumped. Yeah. Every last one of y'all. Like, that shit didn't make no sense to me.
Yeah. It's no one was doing that for Henry Ruggs because he killed someone. Like,
right.
Yeah, so it's just the loss of life. That's the difference. Like, no, you shouldn't be fucking.
There was a pileup.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, the highway that he did it on is not. I take that highway every fucking day.
Oh, damn.
So you can't sit there and say free 4 for like, it's not like he did something wrong. It's not like he didn't do anything wrong. It's not like he's being sacrificed. It's some shit the league decided to sacrifice him for. No,
yeah, he's not Adnan Saeed.
Right. He made a choice, and the choice cost him. So fuck the Chiefs at this point. Like, everybody who wore those shirts, fuck every one of y'all. Because that's it. Because if he didn't endanger one of your family members, you'd want him thrown in jail. Because he's lucky he got 30 days in jail and a 6-game suspension. And I believe he only got that because he plays for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So they can all go rot in hell for all that shit.
Oh, I mean, if he had crashed into Taylor Swift's fucking car.
Yeah. Or if he'd really killed somebody, would y'all be wearing those shirts? Would y'all be wearing shirts that said free 4?
Right.
If somebody would have actually died or been really hurt in that situation? No, go fuck yourselves. I hope y'all don't win another fucking game this season.
So the overreaction that I brought up here, the Chiefs will not make the playoffs. ? So this article here on Yahoo Sports says, I wouldn't be buying on this team at all. What odds makers and handicappers think of the Chiefs' 0-2 start? A tough schedule, porous defense, and an offense without weapons are a bad combination for Kansas City. By Yahoo Sports. Yeah. Brendan Fox. Ooh. Yeah, he does.
So you're looking at your defense is terrible. Xavier Worthy got taken out by Travis Kelce some way, somehow.
Oh, dude, how funny was that?
I don't know how the fuck that happened.
It's not funny, but to just see those two crash into each other, and Xavier Worthy goes flying like Mario Kart, and Travis Kelce just keeps running.
So your two deep threats are gone. Travis Kelce is old. Patrick Mahomes he doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. So yeah, I agree. I think they got lucky last year. That's the thing. A lot of their games were 1-score games, and a lot of those games came down to piss poor officiating. So I don't think they're going to squeak by this year. I think that their transgressions have finally caught up to them, and they're going to suffer for it this year. We're going to see an average Chiefs team at best. So I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year.
You think Kelsey's cooked?
Yes, he should have. It was cooked 2 years ago. He should have retired a very long time ago. I don't know why he didn't, but he should have. He should have retired a while ago. I don't think they can beat the Broncos.
Certainly
I
not
didn't
being
say
the
the
Chargers
Chargers
right
because
now.
I know they can't beat the Chargers. I don't think they can beat the Broncos.
It's pretty crazy to see them in last place in their division. You don't. I can't remember last time I saw that.
They got the Giants this week. So I think the Giants offensively is better than the Chiefs defense.
The thing is, too, it's in New York. I
Yes.
mean, if they lose this game and go 0-3,
They 0-3. The percentages of an 0-3 team making the playoffs is drastically low. Like
yeah,
it's a if you go 0-3, you're done. You might as well go ahead and chalk it up because I just based off what I saw last week. But this is one of the things that I have, and it's typically plays true. Teams that are coming off of like emotional losses or emotional victories, they typically don't play very well the next week. But the Giants are going against a really piss poor Chiefs defense. And I think Malik Neighbors and Wendell Robinson can really take advantage, like they took advantage of the Cowboys defense.
yep.
I think those guys can take advantage of that piss poor secondary. Chris Jones is Chris Jones, but it's really going to come down to can the Giants protect Russell so he can give him enough time to make the throws.
Right.
That's what it's going to come down to. And if they can protect him enough to get the ball down the field, it's going to be a long fucking day. I mean, look what happened to the Cowboys. 450.
See, this is a very strange game for me emotionally because all of a sudden the Chiefs are like a new rival for the Eagles. So it's like I don't know who the fuck to root for.
It's you want to root. You should root for the team because you don't want the Giants to gain any ground.
Correct.
So you want the Giants to lose. Let go for me. Like I want to see Tampa Bay, Carolina, and the Saints lose every fucking game because if we're in a good position, I don't want them to gain ground on us. But at the same time, it's the Chiefs. They're hated.
And they hate on us. They bitch about the push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just.
So they have the Ravens in week 4, the Lions in week 6, and the Bills on the road week 9.
That's 3 losses there.
That's tough.
That's 3 losses there. So even if you do beat the Giants, you're 1-2. Going into the Ravens, Ravens, Lions, and Bills, nah. So they're on the road week 9 against the Bills.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
So mostly they play the Ravens and Lions at home, which is good for them.
Is it though? I'd rather lose on the road than lose at home.
And not if they just want to be Clemson and get their ass beat at home, I guess.
I'd rather lose on the road than lose at home. I think, man. I think the league, the league does this shit every couple years. The power starts to swing.
Yep.
And it goes from different teams. Obviously, Tom Brady is no longer in the league, and that bastard was controlling the power for a very long time.
Till the end.
Exactly, to
the very end.
But now that he's gone, I think things are now swinging, and the Chiefs are becoming more vulnerable.
Yep.
I think it's making it easier for teams to step up now. Like the Chargers they look good. The Chiefs are going to have a problem with the Chargers and the Broncos.
Yeah.
The Eagles, they're going to be the Eagles. Their division is crumbling. Jaden Daniels has to stay healthy. Terry McLaurin looks average.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out so far. So far, Debo looks like the best receiver there.
Debo, yeah, that's the problem. If Debo is your best guy, you're screwed. You're absolutely fucking screwed.
Now, the Eagles could have easily lost to the Cowboys, so I'll admit that.
True. They could have, but at the end of the day, when you don't have a pass rusher like Michael Parsons, bad things happen. Look again, Russ threw for 450 yards. 450. You don't throw for 450 being chased by people. You throw for 450 standing in the pocket, just looking over the field. Like
Throwing balls as high as he can.
throwing them bitches how you can. Like the Cowboys are gonna have to figure out how to apply pressure without Micah. And then they just signed the Jadeveon Clowney, and then he get arrested. You fucking idiot.
Dude, I think he got arrested before they signed him.
For trust, where were you at? What were you trespassing?
He was just hanging out in a parking lot. He was warned to leave, and he didn't.
Go the fuck home. Just leave. Go the fuck home. Why are you hanging out in the parking lot? Go home.
If Jadeveon Clowney, if he has his own YouTube channel and he's one of those like First Amendment guys, just being like, "No, I don't have to," then that's one thing. But if you're just being an asshole in a parking lot,
why are you in the parking lot to begin with, dude? Go home. Go to your hotel. Go wherever.
Not too long ago, Warren Sapp got arrested for. They was like a bunch of his buddies.
Why are we hanging out in parking lots? Go the fuck home. You have money. Go get a hotel. Go. Don't hang out in the fucking parking lot. Yeah,
being an NFL player at his level too, and just being in a parking lot by yourself, getting a transfer.
So you were just sitting in the parking lot in your car by yourself. Yeah, that doesn't look suspicious at all. Whatsoever. His mugshot bro, he looks terrible. He looks like he's been on drugs, man. He didn't look he didn't look too well. He didn't look too well.
Let's see if I can find that
that mugshot of Jadeveon Clowney it looked terrible. Like, sir, you been doing drugs? Because he was with the Ravens last year?
That's not it. Was it?
I think he was. I know he's bounced around a couple times. Oh no, I think he was the Panthers. Was he with the Panthers?
Yeah, that sounds.
I think he's with the Panthers last year, and that didn't play out very well for him. And now the Cowboys need a pass rusher. And the thing is this: if you're Jerry Jones, and we all know how their season's going to end, because in Week 4 you got to see Micah, and he's going to come in, and he's going to wreck shop in your fucking backfield. If you're Jerry Jones and that game's over and then the season ends and you don't make the playoffs and you're dead last in fucking defense, what do you say?
I'll be honest, dude. I've seen this guy at the grocery store, my local grocery store, at least 6 times a week.
At least, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He looks like why would you get arrested for trespassing?
I swear to God, this guy just got a Black and Mild at Food Line today.
I believe it. He doesn't look normal. Like, just go home. Like,
this guy is outside the gas station right now.
Like, I don't understand. Just go home. There's no reason for you to be here. Go home. Why are you fighting the police to say I'm not leaving this parking lot? Go home.
Oh man. So did you when all was said and done there, poor to Javian. Shout out to Javian, man. Hope things get better. Is this an overreaction on my part, or is this a true statement, you think?
That's a true statement.
They're not making the playoffs.
They're not, even if and when Xavier Worthy comes back, Rashee Rice is gonna miss a good portion of the season. So he's still got another 4 games to serve.
Yep.
Rashee Rice is day to day, so you don't know what the hell he's gonna look like. But again, with his frame, we saw this coming. How you ran into Travis Kelce and you separate your whole shoulder just came apart. Like you're gonna put some muscle on. He's gonna have to put some weight on. It's just nature of the beast. Because if that was a linebacker, do you imagine what his chest would be in his back at this point?
Oh, I know his heart would be through his asshole.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, so I believe this is a true statement. And
so let's do a little playoff experiment real quick. So let's go through the standings. So we think the Bills are probably going to win the East.
We're sure going to win the East.
We think the Chargers are going to win the West.
For sure.
the Ravens for the North,
Yes.
and the Colts for the South.
Yes.
Now, didn't they change it so you get 3 wild card teams?
Yes. No, it's still 2. I think it's still 2.
2?
I think it's still 2. So that
Okay.
means
So I would go with the.
no, it is 3. Is it 3?
I think they changed it to 3.
Yeah, it is 3. So they could possibly sneak in, but I think the Steelers.
Yep, let's go with Steelers.
I think the Steelers.
I'm comfortable with that. I can't believe the Bengals.
I think the Steelers and the Broncos, and then maybe the Patriots, because I don't fucking trust Jacksonville.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Steelers, Broncos, and Patriots. I think they take up those wild card spots, and then that's realistically that's the playoff field at that point.
Damn.
Because Jacksonville, they're gonna find a way to fuck everything up like they always do.
Yes. What about the Bengals?
Jake Browning? No.
Sorry. We already said their season's over.
Their season's over because Jake Browning, in order for them to make the playoffs, he would have to win. So they're 2-0 now. He would have to win 8 more games
to be comfortable.
You're
Oh. Lost him. Damn it. Right at the end. What were we talking about? Nate, I got to know. You said you're talking about.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know what. All right. So they're saying so Joe Burrow's off 3 months. So let's say it's October, November, December. So he's out until December. Let's say he's going to be out till January 13th.
That's too much time.
At that point, your season's over.
It's over.
Your season's already over. So he's going to have to win 10 games to even compete for a wild card spot. Because I think the Broncos can win 10 games for sure. I think the Patriots, if Drake May can continue to be consistent, I think they can win 9 to 10 games.
Okay.
So realistically,
this Browning, is the one.
Huh?
This for me, I would go back to, I think the AJ Brown is cooked is an overreaction. And this statement to me also is an overreaction. I think the Chiefs end up making the playoffs.
How?
As a wild card.
With as bad as that offense is, as bad as the defense is,
yeah.
Andy Reid he's only so good.
Patrick Mahomes, man. I
think that Patrick Mahomes magic shit is dead. And honestly, if I'm a DB, I'm telling my coach this: if we play the Chiefs and that bastard runs to that sideline, I'm blowing through his fucking face. I don't care if we get 15 yards. I'm running through, because what you're not going to do, and this is the shit that makes me mad about Patrick Mahomes. What you're not going to do is pretend to run out of bounds and then run me over because I stopped because you were hit. I'm running through your fucking face.
Dude,
okay?
I mean,
I'm running through your fucking face, and if any of your offensive line got a problem with it, they can see me after the game. But I'm running through your fucking face because you saw what he did to that defender last week.
I did.
Nah, fuck no. And then he stared at no.
Not just that, but literally every single person who has played football, has watched football, has done anything with football, saw that and play and go, no, that was fucked up.
Listen to me. I am going to.
In this day and age, the quarterback gets so many breaks, many protections, so many rules, so you don't touch the quarterback. And you're just going to completely take advantage of all that, sir, and know that guy was going to hold up on you, and you want to truck his ass and embarrass him on national television.
Nah, not on national TV. Listen, I'm telling my coach, like, hey, I'm calling the defensive meeting. I want all my defensive players in here, and I don't care if I'm the captain of this coach. I'm running through his fucking face. If he goes anywhere near that, I don't care if we get a 15-yard penalty. I'm going to run. I'm taking his goddamn head off because that's bullshit. That's complete. He did it last. He did it. He did it in the playoffs. The playoff game against the Texans. He did this.
Mhm.
He did it then, and he did it a couple times. No, you're not about to embarrass me. Are you fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
And
Like,
then he's always the first one to turn to the ref when he thinks something happened and be like, "Oh."
No, you're not gonna run to the sideline and pretend to go out of bounds, and then I pull back and you drop me. No, nah, it's not. I'm telling you, no. I'm running through your I'm running through your fucking face. I don't care if you're out of bounds. I'm not taking any chances of you humiliating me. I will take those 7 points. If we get that 15 gives up 7, I will take that because I'm not playing with you. I'm gonna make you understand. If you do it again, I'm gonna keep running to your fucking face. Cause it's bullshit, bro. Like, and then the refs just like they just stand there and be like, oh, he bumped him. Let's throw a flag. Okay, I'm gonna give you a reason to throw a flag. That's what I would do. I'm going to give you a reason to throw the flag because the defense. I played safety and I played corner, and there's no way in hell I could play in this era of football. Like, not only do I have to know the play,
Yeah, I mean, you can't kick guys in the nuts anymore.
That too. I have to know the play. I have to know where I need to be on said play. Then I have to know, oh, I can't hit this guy here. I can't hit this guy there. I can't hit him high. I can't hit him low. I gotta pull back. If he's starting the mid slide, I gotta control gravity and flip myself away from him. I can't put my body weight on it. I'm not too much. Who the fuck wants to know? I gotta know all of this just to play defense. You just gotta.
It's like they hand you a tackling manual these days.
Yeah, like you at this point, you're just going to the flag. That's what you're going to do. You're just going to have to go to the flag because it's already enough to going through your mind is like, as a defender, where I need to be and what is my responsibility. Now I have to be responsible for protecting this fucker. Nah, you just going to throw the flag. I'm okay if he throws a hospital ball. I feel bad for your receiver.
I just had this idea. You mentioned how you played football back in the day. We've got a couple friends of ours, and I know you were just on Strikeout Beer in the comments the other night with me the other night, and those guys like to talk a lot of trash. And we've got our own friend TJ. We were talking about this. God, I should bring him up. There's going to be a 58-year-old
58-year-old
freshman in college football soon, and we were in a chat with our buddy. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to be playing football when I'm 60," and we were just joking around. But TJ still thinks he still thinks he's a pretty spry guy.
TJ,
but you know what I just had in mind, Nate? I would love to, and I know they would never do this. They'll never agree to this, but I would love for the guys from Strikeout Beer, RD and Alan and TJ, to each of them. And if they did it together, it would be fantastic. But each individually to run the 40-yard dash would be fantastic. If we could get a Strikeout Beer / Whiskey Pro 40-yard dash, I would pay Patreon to see it.
I would pay for it, but the problem is if you've never heard a hamstring or quad come off the bone, you will hear it that day. You're going to, something's going to pop and something's going to be removed from said bone, and it's not going to be pleasant.
There's some MFers out there. There's some mostly football fans out there who definitely know who we're talking about because they're in our world, they're in our ethos. But there's a lot of people listening to this. Well, few people. I'm not going to give us too much credit, but few people listen to this show who may have never seen any of these folks. And I just want to let you know, I'm not talking about Spike Dudley here, guys.
They're not Spike Dudley.
These guys would be in the heavyweight category of whatever they decide to enter.
Yeah, no, they are. No, TJ for sure. TJ can barely move. He can barely make a sudden movement before something. No.
Well, I don't want to make him sound. He's not immobile. He's not my 600-pound life or anything.
If he decides to make a fast decision that his body's not accustomed to, yeah, we're gonna be taking him to the hospital.
He's gonna get so mad when he sees this. He's not gonna talk to us.
You talking about running a 40-yard dash. You're the hammies, okay? I don't see neither one of them being able to stretch significantly to where the hammies don't pull something. No, that's not. No, it would be fun to see. I'd pay that. I'd pay.
Yeah. That. Oh yeah. And they're such good guys. If we said it was for charity, I think they might do it.
I think that's something we should pitch to them. I think if they're willing to do it, I donate some money to charity. Whatever charity they want, I donate some money to.
Absolutely.
But it had to be. Listen to me. That would be the funniest shit that I'd ever seen in my life. Because I mean, I can still run the 40. I can still do it. But it takes me a little longer to get warmed up. But TJ?
One of them, I mean, what's the over-under on one of them falling? One of them is going to fall, right?
The over? Oh, I'm definitely taking the over.
One of them.
Taking the over. One of them falling, sure. This guaranteed
somebody just getting the wobbles too far ahead of themselves, getting over the skis.
Somebody's falling. That's for sure. Something's getting pulled. Somebody's going to have to be carried off. You talking about 40 yards? 40 yards is a lot at this age.
The thing about it, too, is when you get up to a certain size, once you fall, it's not just a fall. It turns into a tumble.
Yeah, it's more than just a fall. Like that. Now you're talking about road rash at this point. Like, yeah, it's not. If they're going to do it, it has to be inside at a gym or something, like, where you just fall on a court, where it's just like a little brush burn.
Reminds me of when Jackass was in its heyday, and those guys used to stuff themselves in the tractor tires.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it's gonna be like. Yeah, you don't want that, but we should definitely pitch that to them because I would love to see that shit. A 40-yard dash, but man, it'd be the funniest shit. That would make money for sure.
Look at that. Got the music going. The return of the music, guys. We did it. Nate, you had some good overreactions tonight. I feel like AJ Brown will be just fine. Maybe that's me as an Eagles fan talking, but.
You gotta pray that he's fine because he's on your team.
He'll have good games. He'll have bad games.
We're gonna see this week.
Daniel Jones and the Colts. Get ready. AFC South title.
They are surprising. Definitely surprising. But I see him. I think when there was another one, I think Michael Pittman might have a pretty solid year if Daniel Jones can keep his shit going.
Yes, I was glad I got in early on his season-long projection of 800 yards because that's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Josh Allen, another MVP. I think that's in the cards.
It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable for sure.
As long as he keeps scoring 50 points, throwing to grocery boys from fucking.
Yeah, exactly. As long as he's throwing to back boys. Keon Coleman is supposed to have a breakout year, but that's never going to happen.
Dalton Kincaid's been the man so far.
Yeah, because Keon Coleman can't get separation. So, who the fuck you got to throw the ball to?
And then finally, Mike McDaniels. Yeah, he's definitely not making it to week 12.
No. 5 at best.
And
6 if you want to get frisky. 6 if you want to get frisky. Because they're done.
And then the Chiefs, we'll see. This might be the first time in a long time they missed the postseason. That would be a hell of a storyline.
If they lose to the Giants on Sunday, just go ahead and count them out of the playoffs.
I wonder. I mean, talk about a 30 for 30. They would be like the year Travis Kelce got married and the Chiefs missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna be interesting. They got to start showing Taylor Swift again. Maybe her voodoo magic can help them win some fucking games.
Hey, they're gonna have to shake it off, you know.
Man, it's already the season just started, but it's already felt like it's a long season for some teams.
I know, it's crazy. Thank you again for joining me, sir. Thank you, MFers, for joining us, for watching this later. However you take in this show, we appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, like it, share it, do what you feel like you need to do with it. Give us a review. That'd be awesome. We enjoy doing the show, and we enjoy the fact that some of you enjoy it too. Till next time, peace.